Hello, everybody. How are you all doing today? Smork? Smork, you want me to stretch already? I just got here. I will stretch. Oh, man. Oh, my. Oh. Welcome in. Pleasure to see you, as always. Having a bit, still having a bit of the, I don't know what it is. A cold or something. I think it's my, I think I'm just having a autoimmune thing. My autoimmune thing is flaring up. It's giving me brain fog and stuff this week. So naturally, I am going to try bashing my head into Shuffler because why not? Why not totally aggravate myself? So, yeah, we'll see how long I can keep this up for tonight, and we'll just try to make a little bit more. Well, any progress would be nice, or more investigation that needs to be done, whatever ends up happening here. We got pretty close to something here with LaBossel's suggestion, which was seeing what all the possible permutations were for the upgrades and whether or not that would give us some insight into what the algorithm might be doing for Shuffler. But we had a bug, I think, at the end here. The permutations were calculated correctly, but the sorting or reassignment was not working. So I should run locksim till I get a solve and then see what it does when you change something. So I think that's essentially what we were doing here, but without having to rely on luck. Because some of the, I think mostly I just want to see if a pattern jumps out at me once I have the permutation stuff going. And regardless, right, the sorting code that I've written has to be working anyway, because we need to be able to, once we've determined what the algorithm is, we need to be able to instruct the script to put the upgrades in the required order. So I think I have to figure out the bug that's in here and fix it either way. So I think that's what we're going to start with. So I don't really remember what it was doing. It was doing something weird. It's doing something weird. LaBoss had a suggestion here. Instead of current order.splice, I could try current order, current index, current order destination index equals current order destination index, current order current index. I'm not sure. What was that instead of this? So just swap the two instead of doing the splice, because it's likely the splice that's not working. I think that was the assumption there. So let's put that up here and give it a shot. So we want current order at current index to equal current order at current index. We want it to equal current order at destination index. But we need to keep the destination index. Keep the... Oh man, not off to a good start. Current order at current index. So this is current current item. So we make the current order equal to the destination index, and then we make the current order's destination index equal to current item. I'm not sure if this, it's like making an array out of the two equals an array out of the other two. Does that work? Doing it like this in JavaScript? Doesn't this just make an array of those two items though? I don't think that does a reference copy, does it? Of the items at those arrays? I think I'm going to just write it. I think this does the same thing. I'm just going to do it this way because it's easier for me to understand. So let's upload this and see if that works. Char count C easy script, char count C script easy, char count script C easy, char count easy script C, char count script C easy. That seems to be doing better. Yep, that seems to be the fix. So what's interesting is that none of these... Right. So we're not going to see... What's going to happen here is we're not going to actually see any of these solve because... well, I mean, we might as luck or whatever. In ES6, you can do AB equals BA. It does the same thing. I guess I uncomment this and comment that out and see if that does the same thing. Nope. No. That definitely does not work. Current order at current index, current order at destination index equals current order at destination index, current order at current index. It really did not like that. Cannot create property this on number 1. Yeah. So, nope. I'm not interested in diagnosing that problem. Okay. Are these numbers the same as last time? It is. The permutations are not sorted. I think that's a problem. So how come the permutations aren't sorted? Why is it doing the permutations differently? Oh, it's because I started from a different... I had a different starting point, right? Because the permutations are based on the current combination is the launching off point. Easy script char C001. I mean, we could do a couple by eye. So was this one the same script slot? Actually, it might be better to... Okay, it might be better to make sure I have the upgrades in the same order, and then run the shuffler script that I have here, and then put the order back to what it was. So swap what am I doing here? Script slot goes to the bottom. Then char count and easy. Char count goes to 0 and 2. Easy C char count script. Easy C char count script. Okay, so now I run my shuffler script again and see if the numbers are the same, because it should now calculate the same permutations. It did not calculate the permutations in the same order. Why is my permutations calculator non-deterministic? That's a little frustrating. Those should have come out the same way. There's a gotcha here if you omit the semicolon on the line before. JS does weird stuff. Presumably it's merged with the previous line as an array object index? Really? Honestly, I'm not worried. This seems like tricking JavaScript into doing this, right? But it's a trick. JavaScript doesn't seem to want to do this naturally. And I understand, I empathize with JavaScript, having people trying to make you do things that don't come naturally. There's also performance issues with older versions. Yeah, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'll just leave it the way that it is for now. Temp equals old, old equals new, new equals temp. It's an old classic. It's a classic. Okay, so I think I have to look at these, like, unless I'm going to start sorting these, I think I just have to look at them. So we'll just start, I don't know where to start from here. Easy 21, easy C, char, and script. Easy C, char, and script came out as 2 in both. Char, script, easy C. Char, script, easy C came out as 23 in both. This one, 13.6 repeated, was script, char, easy C. And script... Is that permutation missing? What the fuck? Hey, look at this. Why is this one showing up twice? Script slot, easy 21, char, and C. And then script slot, easy 21, char, and C. So it's still not working. My permutations... My permutations are not working. Am I sorting during the generation of permutations? No. So I generate the permutations. I get the array of serial numbers, and then I calculate permutations of that array. All in one step. I don't touch the upgrades in any way. It's all done in memory. I think the problem is the current order is supposed to be the upgrades current order, because every time I call locksim, that's the problem. Every time I call beta locksim, it shuffles them. So I have to do this every single time. I have to get the upgrades every time I call the locksim, because the locksim has changed the ordering by hitting it. So the current order has to equal this. Then I go back up Yeah, that's the only way I have to do it like that. Hey, Raven, how's it going? Welcome in. Good to see you. All right, I think that's what I have to do. How go the things? It's, you know. We're still like researching. So tier 3 scraping is in an okay spot. It's not really like done, but it's in an okay spot. The Yuju, yeah. The Yuj. It's going okay. I'm having kind of an off week this week. So I'm not like on 100% on my game, but I'm working on, or trying to work on, Shuffler as the first one. I'm having like a brain foggy kind of week, so it's just making me kind of tired and making my ADHD kind of bad. All right. Anyway, I think that should fix the permutations, but it's going to make way more calls. Okay, it's still executed in time. Okay. I forgot to check the fucking... God damn it. I gotta check the order. Oh, you can distract me, Raven. That's okay. If I didn't want distractions, I wouldn't stream. Right? I don't mind the distractions. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna hit Shuffler. Okay. Then we're going to sort our things back in the order that we want. Char count on top. You're still intimidated by this game? I mean, there's nothing to be intimidated by. Let me be an example for you to follow. This game, tier 3, is beating the absolute nonsense out of me right now, and that's fine. Whatever. It makes me feel super dumb, and that's okay. It's okay to feel dumb sometimes. There's nothing wrong about it. So char, what did I need next? Easy, C, and script. So flip 1 and 2 here. And now I'll call Shuffler again. Smork, each element should be in the first spot only X times, where X is the number of upgrades. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Raven, you're still in tier 1? This is way above your head? It's above my head too. You should move to tier 2 though, or at least give it a shot. Tier 2 is fun. And you don't have to do all the QR code garbage. You can use somebody else's QR codes. So, I have 4 upgrades. Yeah, so...
Brondo's got what plants crave.
Yeah,
it's 4 factorial, right?
It's what
Oh,
they
hey.
used to make Brondo.
Yeah, but why did they use them to make brown
I
dough?
will... Oh, you know what? Actually, there's something interesting happening here. So, Joestar, first thing I'll do... Welcome in. Let me take a sip here. Second of all, I don't know why I am not getting my monitoring. Why is my monitor stuff not working? Gotta make sure I'm hydrated. I am trying to stay hydrated today, so. I don't know why my monitor didn't work. Yeah, it was supposed to come out my monitor, but it didn't. Whatever. No, like audio monitor. The redemption stuff's supposed to come through my headset, and it didn't. I don't know why. And it's not important. I saw the redemption in chat. It's good enough. And honestly, when I get a new follower and I have the Gideon clip from Scott Pilgrim movie, and he was always like, Scott Pilgrim! It always gives me a jump scare anyway, so it's probably for the best. Okay, okay. So let's do comparison here. Let's do comparison. These should be in the same order now. So char, easy, C, and script. Char, easy, C, and script. I get 33.83 repeated with a 6 on the end for some strange reason. Script, char, easy, C. Yeah, it gives me 13.6 repeated. The digits are also the same. It goes plus, minus, minus, and then plus, minus, minus. And then plus. The third permutation is not the same. Char, C, easy, script. Char, C, easy, script is down here. And it's plus, minus, minus, 36.2. Plus, minus, 36.2. Okay, so the permutation came out at a different spot for whatever reason. But the numbers seem to be the same. There was one that's 5.6, which is easy, script, char, and C. Easy, script, char, and C came out as 5.6. Script, easy, char, and C, which is the first two flipped, also came out as 5.6. You already played today and it wants you to reboot the game? Uh-oh. This is Once Human, I'm imagining. Make you do those shaders again. So Smork, what you don't get is why isn't this solving if I do all the permutations? Yes, and that's what I was originally thinking. And then I remembered because every time you call it, it generates a new answer. So I could, because I'm working my way through the permutation systematically, the chances of a given permutation happening to be the answer every time I call the lock, right? The lock is generating a new answer and then I give it a permutation. The chance of the next permutation happening to be the next answer that gets generated is very low. Not impossible. It could happen, but it's just low. If I don't have a way of brute forcing it because every time you get the answer wrong, it regenerates a different answer for you. So you have to know how to get the answer. Oh, you're playing on Windows now, Jorstar? Finally gave up with all your graphics shenanigans. So what's interesting here is there are some answers that come out the same. Oh, that's not true. So this one, which is gray, gray, blue, gray, and gray, gray, blue, gray, both came out the same. 5 minuses and the number 2. So what's interesting is it didn't seem to care that these first two upgrades were reversed, the C001 and the EZ21. It seemed to have made no difference. You switched last week. It's much smoother. Once Human definitely made for AMD. That might be why I'm having hardly any problems with it, because I have an AMD graphics card. Maybe it only cares about rarity. It's possible it only cares about rarity. But then I would assume that a different gray, gray, blue, gray, like this one, did not come out as 2. Right? These two are functionally identical for rarities. They're both gray, gray, blue, gray. This one came out as 5.6 though. So trying to see what is similar, right? This is gray, gray, blue, gray, and it came out as all minuses, the same, but it came out as 4.5. I think it might have to do with the number of non-underscore characters in the name, right? Because EZ_21 is 4 characters and C001 is 4 characters, right? If you don't count the underscore. And that might explain why when you reverse those two, there's no difference. So like there's a script slot, easy, C, and char. If we find script slot C, easy, char, script slot, where is it? C, easy, char. See, I think I'm onto something here. These two came out the same. So EZ21 and C001 seem to be interchangeable. I'm wondering if it has something to do with that. If it's like rarity times the number of characters, maybe. So this would be equivalent to a 4 and a 4. We could add an EZ40 into the mix and see if we get similar behavior with an EZ40. You have a 2070 Super and your wife has a 6700 XT and the XT runs smoother. I'm so far behind on what either of those mean. I don't know off the top of my head which card is supposed to be better. EZ40 is white. That's true. So that wouldn't work because the rarity is off. They changed the Rift anchor icon. It's weird. No random thing to change in a patch. So like C at the start and easy at the end. C script char easy. If I see easy script char C, easy script char C. Oh, you know what? No. It's not interchangeable there. It is interchangeable with this one. Huh. That's interesting. So script and easy being flipped at the beginning. They're also interchangeable, but only at the beginning. They're not interchangeable at the end, right? If easy and C are at the end and you swap them, they're not interchangeable. But script slot being at the front is interchangeable with easy. So maybe it's not the... Whoops. Maybe it's not the number of characters. Maybe it's the rarity and the index? So rarity 0 at index 0 and rarity 0 at index 1 are interchangeable. No, that doesn't make any sense either. Fuck. Can't wait to switch your weapons again. Switch them to what? Tier 4 weapons? Man, this isn't really like telling me anything. I also have no idea what these fucking digits are, though I am noticing that despite the fact that I have specified 5 digits on the lock parameter, the last 2 are always minus minus. The variance seems to only be in the first 3. Why is that? How high do the digits go on the lock sim? Actually, it might be better to do this from browse. So if I do name shuffler and I do digits greater than or equal to 6. Interesting. 5. 4. So this could be a market availability thing, though. Tier 5, what the fuck? I didn't even know there was a tier 5. You're also switching to a different sniper. DTR.best items has the answer of what is found. Does it just scrapes the current market values? Because if it does, I don't think that's going to help me either. I need to know what the variance is. I suppose locksem will just tell me if I do something that's too low. Because it tells me if I do something too low, right? So if I do shuffler digits, can I do like 10? Oh, I absolutely can. Oh, nope, there goes that theory. Maybe that was just a coincidence. Are the first two always empty? The first two are always empty. But there's more variation. There seem to only be 3 pluses, though, at most. There are between 0 and 3 pluses, regardless of how many digits there are. Smork, 4 upgrades means 3 pairs. What do you mean 3 pairs? Jorstar, no, DTR best items is a DB of everything players that upload their inventory has found. It shows the stats of the worst versus the best that was found of players that uploaded it to the script. Ah. I don't know if that's... I guess it doesn't really matter because it takes like... Can I put like 30 digits in here? No. See, so there is, it will just tell me if there's a limit. Was the limit 10? Because that'd be pretty funny. It is. So it's between 3 and 10, I think? So 10 is the most that you're going to get out of this.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
Yeah, it's got electrolytes.
Oh,
What are electrolytes? Do you even know?
let me hydrate as well. Don't cook my
What?
brain.
They used to make Brondo.
Yeah, but why did they use them to make Brondo?
Because Brown's got electrolytes.
Thank you very much, Smork. Nope, there's 4 pluses right there. So... that's not it either. Did this one have 4 pluses in one of them? Which one had 4 pluses there? That was 1345. It only had 3 pluses here. That's interesting. So the digits do not... Or this is one instance of the lock, though. So the digits portion does not behave the same for every instance of the lock. So what I should do here is I should get another instance with 10 and run it again and see if the numbers are the same and the digits are different. There's the 134545 is 4 pluses still, but they're not in the same spot. That's C char script easy. C char script easy. So this number seems to always be the same. char script C easy. Char script. See, what the fuck? It looks like I'm missing a permutation again. Where's char script C easy? There's char script easy C. What happened to one of my permutations didn't get used? Char script easy C. There should be a char script C easy, but there isn't. Fuck. Am I using a set up here? I'm not. My permutations is using an array. Usually find lower digits on NPCs. It's true. It's not universally true, but it is true. They tend to have lower rarity. I don't know. Usually. I don't think we have enough information about the spread of NPCs in tier 3 yet, because I've only seen like 4. I haven't even looked at them. But something is still not quite working with my permutations. What am I logging? This logs the order. And then I call shuffler and I log the response. And then I get the order post shuffle. And then I turn that into the next permutation. But that's not happening because one of my permutations is not working. I think I should log my permutation. Oh, this is going to log them by serial number though. Fuck. I could make it I could make the ordering So my sorting is still not working. That's what it looks like is happening here. My permutations is not working. Maybe my ordering steps is not working. Actually, maybe it's the steps that aren't working. Because if I log my upgrades and then I log the steps and then I do the manage call and then I log it again, I should be able to see whether or not that has worked. Suppose I could just do that. This should give me a lot more logging, but hopefully I should be able to see if the reordering steps portion is working or not. Oops, it's shuffler. Fuck, that's not helpful. Steps is supposed to be an array of arrays. Ugh. Okay. So I get this, and my first steps array is empty. Because the current order is a permutation. I'm surprised that does nothing. I'm surprised that works, that you can pass in an empty array. Okay, but I did, and then it did nothing. And it gives me this, 2. Then post shuffler changed the order to this. Then I decide I need to do swap 0 and 3, and then 1 and 2. So it swaps 0 and 3, and then 1 and 2 to give me this one. So it worked. Then Shuffler puts it in this order. This order says swap 3 with 3. You can't swap 3 with 3. Where did it get 3 and 3 from? What? If done check. What does done check do? Done check checks all the destinations to see if their index is right. Okay. Current index is the current order's index of destination order at the destination index. Where is it now? And where does it need to be? If current index... Actually, did this work? Maybe I don't need to add this line. It said swap 3 with 3, and then swap 1 with 2. And I just swapped these two, and it also sysmanage accepted that instruction. Swap an index with itself, and then it performed nothing. So that technically worked. So I don't really need to do that either. Though it doesn't really make sense to have that there. You know what? If the indexes are the same, just skip it. I think that makes more sense. Don't add it as a step because it's just confusing. Oh, I had to get way more permutations. No. I just have more lines. Oh, man, I'm so out of it. Okay, so the first step is do nothing because they're already in order. Okay. Then take 0 and 3 and 1 and 2. Is that the same? Then just do 1 and 2. No. Okay. So it didn't perform the same steps in the same order. I mean, there's only so many steps it can perform. This one was the most complicated. They're in this order. Perform 1 and 3. So swap EZ21 and C001. Then swap 1 and 2, which is going to swap C001 and char count. Then swap 0 and 1. That doesn't look like it worked correctly. This one doesn't look like it worked correctly. I'm going to do this one by hand. Here. So swap 1 and 3. So swap 1 and 3. I should end up with 1. What the hell just happened? And 3. Jesus. Okay. Then swap 1 and 2. I'm going to swap this with char count v2. then swap 0 and 1. Yeah, that doesn't work. It should have ended up with char count script slot C001 easy. One and 3, right? 1 and 2. No, 1 and 2, not 0 and 1. 1 and 2, and then 0 and 1. That's the array I passed to sysmanage, and it doesn't look like sysmanage reorder did that correctly. Let me test this. Let me put them in this order. Script slot, easy21, char count. Script slot, easy21, char count, C001. Now let me pass this array of arrays to sysmanage. Nucleosum, hey! Welcome in. Good to see you. Shuffler, your favorite? While it's not solved, shuffle. Yeah, pretty much, right? I could just do that. It could take 10 minutes, but I could do that. Literally, that's your solver? What do you do when you find a USAC, though? It takes milliseconds to get right? What do you do when there's a USAC involved? Because I would think that that would be quite dangerous to just do an unlimited number of runs if someone has a USAC in front of their shuffler. Maybe? Actually, I don't know how USAC works, so maybe it's not risky. My problem is right now that giving sysmanage an array of reorder instructions does not appear to actually work correctly. Because unless I'm like really losing it here, which is possibly because I'm extremely tired, I did these steps manually and I ended up with this. How come sysmanage ends up with this when I pass it the same instructions? It does them in order, right? Swap 1 and 3, then with the result, then take the result and swap 1 and 2, then take the result and swap 0 and 1. You invalidate the USAC cache so it doesn't break. That's what your code comment says. You haven't looked at it since 2018? That is a long time. You invalidate the USAC cache. Apparently. According to your past self, that's what you're doing. I think I have a fundamental misunderstanding of how sysmanage works. When you give it an array, its behavior is not working the way that I was thinking that it worked. Smork, you don't even know what that means? Me either. Am I trying to figure out how to move upgrades around? Yeah, right now I'm trying to understand how sysmanage works when you give it a reorder array. Because it's not doing it the way that I thought it was doing it. Does it do it from... Like, I would have assumed it does swap 1 and 3, then swap 1 and 2, then swap 0 and 1. So I don't know how it got the... Because if I do these steps manually in this order, I end up with this answer, which is different from what sysmanage actually does. I don't know what it's doing with this, so I'm not using it properly, which would explain why my upgrade sorting code is not working correctly. Yeah. A small snippet. I do not want the solution to the upgrade sorting. I just want to know what sysmanage wants. When you give it an array of swaps, what does it do with that array? Because what I thought it did is not true. I just want someone to tell me what this is. What is this behavior that I'm seeing? Like if I just pass it 1 and 3. Whoops. If I pass it an array with 1 and 3 in it, does it swap 1 and 3? It does. So when I pass it 1 and 3 and 0 and 1, what does it do? One and 3, so it should swap char and EZ21, and then it does 0 and 1. No, it didn't. Does it do 0 and 1 first, swap char and C001, and then 1 and 3? Nope, it didn't do that either. What the fuck is it doing? Pass 1, 3, 1, 2. So 1, 3, it swapped color and char, and then nothing. It just swapped color and char. It's progressively stateful. Yeah, so it does 1 and 3, and then it takes the result of that, and then does 1 and 2 on that result, right? That's what you mean by progressively stateful. But that's not what it did. Because if it did 1 and then 3, and then did 1 and then 2, I would expect these two to be swapped, and they're not. EZ21 should not be there anymore because I told it to move something from 2 out of the way. Oh, no, it's not doing a swap. Stupid. It's not doing a swap. It moves it. It takes 1 and it moves it to 3. I think this is me problem. It takes what's at 1, moves it to 3. So EZ21 goes up 1. That's the problem. It's not doing a swap. It's not doing a swap, and that's what I wrote my code to do. A swap. It's not a swap. I should be doing a splice. So this is wrong, and I do need to do a splice. Actually, not only do I need to do a splice, this is wrong too. This isn't really a puzzle. You're gonna rotate 13 this in case I don't want to know what it is. I think I just figured it out though. It's because it's moving it, and then it moves it out of the way, and everything slides up into its place, right? So the indexes for all the intervening or intermediate ones change as well. I had it wrong. I thought it just did a straight swap. It swapped 1 and 3. It doesn't. It moves 1, 2, 3, and then the old 2 becomes the new 1 because it gets bumped up. That's my problem. So the steps that I'm recording in my sorting logic are not correct because I am calculating the swap index. That's wrong. So what I need to do is... No, I need to do it like this. I do need to do the splicing. I gotta think about this for a second. I'm having a hard time. So the current index. So because I'm sorting from bottom up, right? And I'm going through the bottom, I put whatever needs to be there in the bottom of the list. If it's already there, I continue. Otherwise, I take the current index and I push the destination index. That should be fine. Then I do current order dot splice. Splice doesn't mutate in place, I think. I think so. Removes elements. Clone my upgrade array and use it as a working copy to generate the sort command. Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. Yeah. So I have my original order here. So I get the upgrades by their serial numbers. I calculate the permutations of all those serial numbers, and then I start moving them around. So I think it's mostly just splice that I'm confused about. So you splice out I'm not used to complicated splices. You start at the destination index. You delete nothing. And you insert the current index. So you splice one at the current index out and you put it at the destination index, and that should move the lower ones in to fill their place because you've removed them. So I actually think the splice was correct. How come that wasn't working then? Because that looks like it should be working. Let me go back to whoops, because I have my logs in there now. Okay, so do nothing, does nothing. That's fine. Whoops. The splice is right, but you need to do the index you're operating on only. The reorder is a queue. Yeah. Take the thing that I want and put it on the end. Well, I'm not putting it on the end, though, because I am looping backward from the end, right? So the way that I'm doing it is I'm doing a sort from the bottom. So look for the one that's supposed to be on the bottom for the destination and put it on the bottom. The rest will all fall up into place. Then go one up from the bottom and say, okay, where's this one supposed to, what one's supposed to go here? And you find it and you move it there. And you do that until they're in the destination order. That's what I'm trying to do. Anyway, I keep right-clicking. Suggest inverting the approach for ease of visualization. So the reason why I'm doing it from the bottom up is because if I do it from top down, the indexes are constantly going to change as things are shuffling around the top. Move whatever one you want to be on in the first index. Then move whatever you want to be in the second index. Fuck, I wish I had a whiteboard. Oh, man. If you have the order you want, move those N upgrades in the right order to the end. Like, you're talking about if two of my upgrades are already in the right order, then move them both as a pair. I think that makes that code way more complicated. It's just move every upgrade always. But if it's already in its position, why would you move it? Right? Because it's like, hey, I want this upgrade to be in the third index, but it's already in the third index. So why would you move it? You should just leave it. Sort the ones I want and move all the others to the end. I don't think I'm following you. Because if you move it, you know it's in the right place, even if it's already there. That doesn't make any sense. Code is dumb. 100%. It's super dumb. I hate computers. I hate sorting algorithms. Like, if I take this out, that's essentially what I'll end up doing here. Because I'll splice it into itself. Like, I'm hoping what you're not asking me to do is delete all that code and write it in a completely different way. Because I don't know if I have the mental capacity to do that right now. So, like, that doesn't seem to have had an effect. Oh, here it goes. So it wants 3 to be in 3. So it leaves EZ21 in place. So it moved it. You're not asking me to do anything. Oh, no. I mean, that's fair. I think this conversation is too abstract for my current mental state. I'm in line for something. I want everyone to order themselves by height. It doesn't matter if someone is in the right place. I would tell that person to not move. This is the shortest. They're the first person to go to the end of the line. Tallest person, you go to the end of the line last. I appreciate what you're trying to do, Nucleosum, but I am just... It doesn't matter if they don't end up moving. Like, that's what I did, right? Like, it calculated that here, right? The first step, it said, I want EZ21 to be at the end. And it said, okay, it's already at the end. So it gave the instruction 3 moves to 3. Is that what you're talking about? Because my code is doing that already. It said 3 moves to 3. I said, okay. And then it goes, now 1 moves to 2. And it said, okay. And then it ends up script slot and char count. It said move 1 to 2, and it did that. What you would say is probably... That's fair enough. So like here, it wanted 0 to go to the end, right? So it did that. Then it wanted 0 to go to second from the end. So it did that. And then it wanted 0 to go to 1. So it did this. So it kept pushing the one at the front to the end. No, it didn't. 0 goes to the end. Yeah, and then EZ21 goes to that, and then this one goes to this one, and then this one goes to this one. So it reversed the array. Three moves to end. No, this one did. First place moves to end. First place moves to second from end. First place moves to second. So move this to the end. Then EZ21 became the new 0. So it moved 0 to 2. Then script slot became the new 0. And it said move 0 to 1. And then we end up with C script easy char. So that seems to be working. The only issue is I don't know if that's what it wanted it to be. It must be, because otherwise I don't know. If my target index is static, the only thing you need to sort is the starting index. My target index is not static, it's descending. It's not the end index. It's descending. I am descending through because I'm going backwards, yeah. So I can't double check my work because I'm sorting by serial numbers, but I'm displaying them by name, and it's confusing the shit out of me. So what I want to do here is I want to do x.serial number for a second. I'm going to display their serial numbers, and I want to log the permutation. So I can actually check my work. Oh, that's going to be confusing. Yeah, that's fucking confusing as hell. And also something went wrong. Undefined. Why is the serial numbers undefined? That's weird. How come I'm doing, because I'm not doing full true, that's why. And then let me log the permutation. And I want to color that, I don't know, N, I guess? I don't know. I don't remember my color codes. That's interesting. So why did it do that? It's probably because listing the upgrades by full takes too long now. That call is taking too long. Fuck, man. You know what? Let me just break. I'll just do one. I'll just do one permutation, maybe, just to check its work. No, because that one permutation is fuck's sakes. There. Fuck. It's literally the full true performance, yeah. Now you know why your code comment was invalidate the usesac cache. Is it that? It's that thing right there. So the permutation it wanted was 66B, 6699, 6692, 66B7, 6. Ah, fuck, these serial numbers are too similar. Did I end up with what I wanted? 5068, 82C, 18, F18A, and EA70. Yes. Okay. So it did take the order and it did take the permutation and ended up with the right permutation that I wanted. So, which makes sense because the exit condition here, well, I suppose that's not true because it's going to keep going. What I could do is, if not done check, I could do one more. I can log an error here. Okay, and then let me get rid of this. Get rid of this. Put this back to name, I think, right? Yeah, I think it's name. Get rid of that. Oh, and I don't want this to be full true either. Okay. None of them missed the desired destination, so I have to believe that this is working correctly. None of these left this loop without matching, without the current order matching the destination order. I suppose I could do... Oh, actually, I suppose that's not correct. Let result order. Nope, can't do that because that's not fucking serial numbers either. Ah, fucking serial numbers. My second index is always 321. So that kind of makes sense because actually that's not true, right? It's always going to be descending because I'm descending through destination indexes unless it's already in its place. And I took out that continue, right? So it's always doing 321. This one just did 3, and then it was in order, so it stopped. Right? This one did 3 and 2, and then 0 and 1 were already in the right order, so it stopped. You count from 0 with the from index. I'm counting down from upgrade length with the to index. Yes. Yes, that is the difference between our approaches. So I think this is correct because I should see char count C script easy. Char count C easy script. C script easy. C easy Wait, did I see this one twice? Char count C, easy, script. Char count C, easy, script. I did. Why did I see that one? And twice. Oh, because that's the before? Jesus. Oh my God. Why is this so terrible? Char C script easy, char C easy script, char script C easy, char script easy C, char easy C script, char easy script C. Those are the correct number of permutations for char count. Done. Then it does the ones starting with C. C char count, script easy, C char count, easy script. C script, char easy, C script, easy char. C easy, char script, C easy, script char. This is working correctly. I am now happy. This is correct. These are all the permutations. But these permutations are being logged by getting the upgrade names. So this means that my upgrades are being sorted into all of the permutations, and that I'm calling shuffler and logging the result on each permutation. It's working now. It's got to be working now, right? It has to be. I'm going to go nuts. This looks like it's working now correctly. So, the only difference will be the permutation calculations are based off of the initial order, right? So the initial order was this, which is why this one was first, and it made the permutations based off that order. So I have to put them back into this order and then run my script again to ensure the results are the same. So I want char C script easy. Char C script easy. Okay. And then I want to make another instance of the lock. Same parameters. And then I want to run my shuffler again. Please. Thank you. And now I want to compare results. 36, 36, 23, 23, 36, 36, 23, 23, 33, 30, 13, 24, 33, 33, 13, 24, 4.5, 66, 2, 66. Yes. So these numbers appear to be deterministic. 16.4, 13.6, 4.5, 66, 5.6, 66, 25.4, 11.54, 2, 66, 5.6, 66. Okay. So, what's interesting is these results are identical, and these results are identical, and these results are identical. Actually, that's not true, because the digits are not identical between these two. And this one has an extra digit on the end for some reason. Someone's going to think they tuned into a number station. 36.2, 23, 33.8, 4.5, 66, 2. And just repeat it over and over again. I wonder if there's a numbers station ASMR category on Twitch. Maybe I could make some money. 4.5, 66, 5.6. Does anyone here find that soothing? All right. So, okay, so this bug is done. This to-do from LaBosse was done. I don't need that sample. Okay. And now what? I guess we have made an observation. Hint appears to be identical. Sometimes hint is identical regardless of upgrade order. Digits portion of the hint is not always identical. Actually, that's not true, because I'm wondering if the digits have something to do with the fact that this one went one more decimal place than this one. What the fuck does this mean? All of these 66 answers appear to have the same digit. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I know what this means. This is how many different digits there are in the number. 33.8333 is 2 digits, 3 and 8. So you have 2 digits here. 13.45 is 4 different digits, so you have 4 here. 4.5, you have 4 and 5. 66, you only have 1. 2, you only have 1. 13.6 is 136, you have 3 digits. 11.54 is 1, 5, and 4. You have 3 digits. I fucking figured this out. That's what the digits are. Their positions are strange. I don't know if their positions mean anything, but this appears to be representative of how many digits are in the final answer. This one has... That's why this one has 2, 3, and 8, but this one has 3 because there's a 6 on the end. This one has 4, 2, 4, 6, and 8 right on the end. So it's 4. I know what that means now. At least I understand its connection to the number part. Holy shit. Oh my god. I still don't know what to do with it, but I still know what that means. That's a pretty big deal. Okay, we've got an ad coming up. All right. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. Thank you for waiting. Okay. I don't know what to do with this, but I finally made an observation. So thank you. Well, thank you, Labossel, wherever you are, because it was your suggestion to look at all the permutations that kind of made that more obvious. So, if this is the 6 digit, when it is filled in, is there always a 6? Yes. What happens if I knock the digits down to 3? Let me just hit shuffler. I don't care about the combinations right now. Does that mean it'll only use up to 3 digits? Ooh. Digits could be... So this is why it goes from 3 to 10. I am assuming that the lower the digits value on the lock, the better the lock is, because it's less of a hint. So this must be 5. So anytime there's a 5 involved, yeah, see? And then none of the, whatever the other 2 digits are, they're not being used. So they're not 4, 6, 1, 3, 2, or 8. So these digits must be 7 and 9. 5, 7, and 9. I don't know what to do with that, though. So let me see if I can confirm. Oh, God, come on, please type. OWSE. Oh, my God. What is wrong with my hands, man? So if we look at, I don't know, this one. The digits are 2. Oh, God. Can they go down to 2? Oh, that's horrible. So that's an 8. Rarer locks have more digits? Huh. Because I would have assumed that more digits would make it easier to solve. Less digits make it easier to solve? Less digits make the lock easier to solve. Lower digits. I already wrote down a min value of 2. Min value of 2, max of 10. Which makes sense, right? Because it's 0 to 10, presumably. 0 to 9. So, lower digits must mean fewer, I should say. Fewer digits must mean easier to solve somehow. So what do you have to do? Maybe these numbers... Maybe you have to run shuffler a bunch of times. That can't be right. It wants you to run shuffler more than one time in order to gather enough data about what those digits are. I'm giving you 2 digits. Neither of them are a 2 or a 3. I'm giving you 2 digits. 2 mysterious digits. They are not 3, 6, or 2. I'm giving you I'm giving you 2 digits, and one of them is an 8 or a 3. I'm giving you 2 digits, and one of them is a 3, 8, or 6, and the other one is not. Neither of them are 1, 6, or 4. Neither of them are 1, 3, and 6. Neither of them are 4 or 5. So like you can extrapolate what they might be, but we don't get all the numbers 0 through 9 from this upgrade list. Are we guaranteed to get enough information to know? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So we don't have 0, 7, or 9. We know one of them is a 6. Sorry, we know one of them is a 3. Is an 8. Ah, the fuck. Hello, Mr. B. Hi. Harassing me with no sound while you do other things. You have no idea what I'm saying, but you think I'm cool. Well, thank you very much. And you can't hear me thanking you. So, thank you. I won't do any rude hand gestures, because that would be mean, because you can't hear me. So I'm just going to keep talking to you, because maybe that's funny that I keep talking to you and you have no idea what I'm saying. Thank you. Yes, I was talking to you. So I don't know what to do with these digits. So what is it telling me? What is it telling me here? Maybe the number... Ah, man. Now I think I need to find out what the answer is. But I don't know what the answer is. These are just all the combinations of numbers that I can get based off of an instance using permutations. This permutations work gave us a hint or a clue. Does that mean that the permutations work is required as part of the solution? Thankfully, it forced me to write the upgrade sorting code. Right? So, we need that one way or the other. Fuck. All right, well, let's look at like some of these things that have... Why do some of them give us the same hint? When we swap these two, how come the hint is the same? When we swap these two, the hint is the same. When we swap these two, the hint is the same. But then when we have script slot and char count in the front, swapping the two is not the same. The largest numbers have char count on the very end. Whenever char count is on the very end, it's 66, and it doesn't seem to matter what the order is for the other ones. It's just 66. Anytime the blue rarity is the last element, is the last upgrade, it's the hint is 66. Does a particular instance of the lock want the upgrades to be in a certain... No. We already answered that question because otherwise we would have gotten the answer by going through all the permutations. Yes, Mark, you asked that earlier. So it must calculate the answer. How does that make any sense, though? The answer must be deterministic based off of the initial order. So if your upgrades are in a certain order, Shuffler will always calculate the same answer for that order. So for each permutation, we could call Shuffler and then loop through the permutations to check each one to see what the answer is. But we'd have to try them one at a time. So we would have to do permutation 1, then call Shuffler. It'll give us this. Then we put them back into permutation 1 and we call it again. And if it doesn't work, then we reset this, call Shuffler to get the same hint, then go to permutation 2 and call Shuffler. And if we don't get an answer, we go back to 1, call Shuffler, then jump to 3 and call Shuffler. And we'd have to do that for every single permutation. We'd have to check all the other permutations. I don't think we'll have nearly enough execution time to do that. Actually, maybe we can if we don't do this logging. We will have to call a manage. We have to call beta locksim. And then we have to call the upgrade list to get the new order after the shuffle if it wasn't successfully unlocked. That could potentially generate a solve. Theoretically, that is guaranteed to generate a solve. It's just a matter of how long it takes. Because you will probably run out of execution time, especially if you have like 40 upgrades. But I don't see myself ever having 40 upgrades when I'm trying to breach a tier 3 user. So I don't know what the minimum is. What is the best minimum upgrade count? Because we're working with a 4 right now. because otherwise we're essentially doing Magnara brute force, but with like 16 letter words instead of like 8 or whatever the highest one we saw was, 9 maybe. Well, we could try it. So what I probably want to do I think I have to do this because I need to see if, for example, the same hint comes out to the same accepted answer every time in order to see if there's another pattern there. I don't think I have a choice. I think I have to do that. So there's a couple modifications I have to make to this script here so that it can do this better. The first is I want to retain a copy of an initial order so that I can always... I need to hard code my serial numbers, I think. Actually, I think I had that list and then I deleted it. Whatever, I'll just fucking get it again. I can get it again by running this. And I'll just copy that. Please and thank you, hackmud. Okay. Why does it look like this? It looks funny. Okay. So we're going to do let serial numbers equal this, I guess. And the first thing I'm going to do is make sure let init steps equal this. Nope, not quite. So make sure we always set them up in the same order every time we run this script. Static order. I think I prefer that. Okay. Take the static order, look at the original order, get the current order. And I think what I want to do to save myself unnecessary manage calls is I want to put that skip back in here that says if current index is equal to the destination index, do nothing. And then if length of the steps is equal to 0, actually we'll just do if it's greater than 0, then we'll do the manage call, and we will do that here as well. So this way we only run the manage call if there's something to manage. Or reorder, whatever. Okay. If R includes lock unlocked, break, so that we don't keep going if we unlock it. Let me do some commenting here. Make sure we init the upgrade order the same way each execution. Is that the only thing I'm going to comment right now? I think so. All right. So for each permutation, now I have to go through all the other permutations. So I have to go through the permutations of permutations. So for each permutation, we are going to not log this anymore. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a normal for loop. So that I can log the index that I'm on. I'm only using that in one spot, so I might as well just do it there. Okay, so the first thing I do is I take the first permutation. I sort them into the first permutation. That's what this does. Then I call the locksim. It will potentially give me a hint. It will likely give me the hint. Then I just want to start brute forcing it. So I'm going to reorder. I'm going to go through the permutations. If it's not lock unlocked, I'm going to go through the permutations. Go through the permutations again and try each one as the answer, I guess. I don't know. If it looks like I know what I'm doing, then I'm doing a very good job of acting like I know what I'm doing. So for each permutation, we will do this again. This is basically recursion, but I'm not writing as recursion because I cannot fucking handle that right now. So I'm going to call this again. I'm going to call this again. The difference here is going to be if this is not lock unlocked. So if this is locked unlocked, then stop. I don't think this is right. Set the permutation. Call shuffler. Calling shuffler may just say lock unlocked, which doesn't make any sense to me that the first time you call it, it's like, you're good, don't worry about it. What are the chances of that? 1 in 24, I guess, right? I have a 1 in 24 chance of just being right by accident the first time. So I need that protection in there. I think maybe instead of break, I want continue. Order it in the first permutation. Call shuffler. Assuming it's a hint. Begin here. This is going to be J. Sort into the permutation. Call shuffler again. Only if it includes lock unlocked am I going to log R and then break. I don't want to log anything else. This will be the hint. Else log miss. Actually, maybe I should just write accepted here. Is one green? I can't remember what my hackmud colors are. Yeah. It's not. I think it's white. 2 is green. Okay. And I want to log my indexes on each attempt. So I'm going to log I. J. I am going to need orders. I'm going to need the serial number ordering here in order for me to figure this out, I think, but we'll just start with the indexes because maybe there's a pattern. Because the permutations it calculates, given that I'm starting with a static order, the permutations array will always be the same. It'll generate in a deterministic way. So these indexes, if it's always like, with this permutation, it's the third permutation, that's the answer every single time, then I can refactor this to spit out some, to do refactor later to spit out serial numbers here. Okay, so if it's accepted, break, otherwise log a miss. Actually, what we want to do is we want to log a miss, and then I have to reset this, right? So I have to do this again. Reset to parent permutation and retry. And the parent permutation, I will already have skipped parent permutations that are the answer. Okay. I have no idea if this is going to do what I want it to do. Cannot read property length of undefined. Those are the only lengths I'm using, though, and they should both these objects should be defined. Permutations is defined. Steps is defined, right? Unless steps becomes undefined coming out of this, but that wouldn't make any sense. Oh, shit. I have to do this again. Get the current order, then sort them, then shuffle. Then get the current order again. Fuck. Oh, that's going to be too many calls. So what I want to do is I probably have to do these one at a time. Block scoped variable R. Where is R being block scoped? Here in this unreachable code? That's dumb. All right, and then here we're going to do A dot I. Whoops. We're going to do A dot I. I'm going to pass this in as a parameter, and I will do them one at a time from 0 through to 23. Okay? Okay. Hey. Oh, hey, there's a dumb typo there. No! There's another one here. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Hmm. I probably didn't write this properly then, because one of the possible combinations must be the answer. I did 0. I primed it with the first permutation. I order it into that permutation. I call shuffler. I log the result. This is what we get up here at the top, 16.4. Then I get the current order and I sort it to the next permutation. I sort it. and I log. I'm doing this permutation, parent permutation with this child permutation, and I call shuffler again. So it'll shuffle them into a new order that I don't want. I log that I missed because the answer was not accepted. Maybe I should just log R here as well, because maybe something stupid is going on and it doesn't actually include lock unlocked. Let's just try that. Really? Just adding log R there? Broke it? Hey, man. What? Why is that breaks it? Zero and zero gives me this. 0 and then 1 gives me this. 0 and then 2. Zero and then 23 gives me this. Wow. Why? Why no solve? I don't know. Why no solve? I don't fucking know. I figured that would have guaranteed a solve. Put them in a certain order. Then call the locksim. And then give it one of the 24 possible combinations. If it doesn't work, set it back to the initial order, call it, which should presumably give you the same hint, right? Maybe like having maybe there's something's going on with my variable declaration here, some JavaScript-ism. Let's try just in case it's doing something stupid there. No. It's not giving me the same answers. Make sure my initial order is the same. C char easy script slot. Run it again. There's a static ordering there that it should be in. C char easy script. Why is it sometimes it just takes too long because of those stupid manage lists? C char easy script. It didn't. Why is the initial ordering? Maybe I want this here. Oh, actually, hold on. think I'm doing something wrong. C script char easy. Fuck. C script char easy. Okay, so the init is working. The init works. The first permutation should always be the same based off that init. Why is it not? The first permutation should always be the same. C script char easy. C script char easy. Second permutation should always be the same. Do I have enough script time to actually log this fucking thing? It goes C script char easy. Then it goes C script easy char, which makes sense because that's the first permutation. If I run it again, it should do the same thing. This next permutation should just be swapped. Fuck. I must be like right on the edge. Okay. This gives me minus 66. Minus 66. Minus 36. Minus 5.6. C script char easy. C script char easy. C script char easy. C script char easy. It is not giving me the same answer. Did we make a bad assumption here? C script char easy 5.6. What in the actual fuck? Oh, I calculate the permutations off the original order, not the static order. That's why. God damn it. Permutations are not always the same. Yeah. Doe is right. Okay, it should be the same now. Okay. So, let's return this. This is the problem. When the upgrades call is so expensive and we have to just like trust that it's doing it behind the scenes, but then I can't trust myself because I'm not doing the right thing here. 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. Okay. Now let's run it one more time. The first one should be 4.5. It should actually be the exact same pattern of output. And it does look to be the exact same pattern of output. Okay, so 25, 5, 6, 66, 2, 25, 5, 6, 66, 2, 66. Okay, so it looks like it's, it looks like it's behaving better now, but still no solve. Still no solve though. So I could try to do more of these calls in here, but like I feel like that's not really going to help. I may not even be able to do this many times. This is 24 upgrade calls. I did. So 0 and 23 are all the easy combinations. Here at the bottom, they're all misses. The C001 calls, they're all misses. The char calls, the easy 21s, the script slots, they're all misses. All the combinations. What the fuck? So that means I don't understand this. I don't understand this. Maybe I made a mistake here. So I make sure that we set up into the same order every time. I calculate the permutations based off that order. Current order to the static order. Okay, I init them to the static order. I calculate the permutations off the static order. I'm doing A.I, so I'm only doing whatever the specified permutation is. I order now from the static order. Holy fuck, are you kidding me? Fuck, now it won't run at all? Sort them into the specified permutation. You know what I want to do? I want to move this right into here. So that this function doesn't return anything. It actually does what it says it does, which is sorts them. Doing this is going to make it easier to read because it's just a one line and it does exactly what it says it does. It sorts them. And if they're already sorted, it doesn't make a management call. It just leaves them. Fuck this tracking of all the steps. They're unnecessary outside of that context. Okay. Here's the static order. This is the current order. Sort from the current order to the static order. Calculate the permutations on the static order. Get a new current order, which should be the static order because we just sorted them. And sort from the current order to the first permutation. To the specified permutation. Call shuffler. Return the hint. Or if we're really unlucky, return that we Unlocked it. Okay. So for the first permutation that's specified at A.I, get the current order, which should be different depending on what shuffler turned it into. Sort from the current order to the child permutation that we're going to loop through. So it's going to be 0 and 0. So this should do nothing the first time we run it, because we're specifying 0 and we want to change it to 0 again, and we're just going to call shuffler and it'll just do the exact same thing. There should be no change. We log the indexes that we're working with. Perhaps we should do this here. Log the indexes that we're working with. I don't care about this really because this is working. I just confirmed that's working. Sort from the current post shuffler order to the child permutation. Okay. Then try shuffler again. Then just log R here, please. If lock is unlocked, it will spit out accepted, which it didn't do, but I don't care. I just want to see that anyway. Reset to parent permutation and retry. Shuffler will have reshuffled. So we will set it back. We will get the current order and we will sort it back to the parent permutation that we're working with initially. Then we run shuffler again to reinit here, and it essentially flows back in through here with J being 1. So we have reset, apparently reset shuffler. I am beginning to think that shuffler does not reset this way. I'm beginning to think that shuffler does not reset the way that we think it resets. So we reset shuffler with the original permutation. It should give us the same hint. Right? Let's log R there, just as a sanity check. Come up here and we do the next one. Take the current order. After shuffler, we sort it to the second child's permutation. We try that result. We log the result. And we continue in that way until we've done all the child permutations. Okay? Son of a bitch. Init 4.5. Nothing. 4.5. Init 4.5. Nothing. Minus 66. Init 4.5. 13.45. Init 4.5. So initting it is doing what we expected, always giving us the same hint. But none of the permutations end up being accepted as an answer. That's not fucking possible. What the fuck? It must but it gives the same hint. if it gives the same hint every single time, the answer must be based off of the post-shuffler order. So when you call shuffler, it moves your upgrades around. If beta locks them as a bug, you're going to give him so much shit. I don't think it is, Smork. I think what's happening is that you have your upgrades in a certain order. You call shuffler. It shuffles your upgrades and then gives you a hint. Right? That hint is always the same. But the order that it shuffles it to is different. I think what it wants you to do is apply the hint to the new order that it shuffled to get the answer. And because that order changes every time, going through the permutations this way is not going to work. You love Beta because you used to hate him and he turned out all right? That's good. Sometimes people turn out okay. Not all the time, but sometimes. Permutations will give me the info I need to understand how to solve it. So I think permutations will not solve shuffler. Yeah. That's what I think. Yeah. Nucleosome. That's what we just figured out. But doing all these permutations did tell us that the permutations are not going to solve it. So I think what this means is, I think what happens is that while the hint, the shuffler hint might be, appears to be deterministic, based on the upgrade order when it is initially called. While the shuffler hint appears to be deterministic based on the upgrade order when it's initially called, the accepted answer is likely based on a modification that needs to be applied to the shuffled order, to the post-shuffled order. In other words, calling shuffler moves the upgrades in a different way every time. But what you do to the new order is the same. Is the deterministic part. Maybe. Also, remember this, fewer digits must mean it's easier to solve because the lower rarity shufflers appear to have lower digits, which is weird because in my experience, more information, the digits appear to give more information, not less. How many upgrades do I have on my user? So on this user that we're using a test with Nucleosum, 4. Just these 4 that we've been testing. This is like an experimental tier 3 user. It can support 128, right? Yes. Oh, how neat. I am sure that is relevant. I just don't know how. I'm pretty much out of steam right now. So lower number of digits. I mean, no one would have a 10-digit index on their upgrades, though, right? So I don't know why it would go up to 10 if it had to do with the index itself. If it was telling you something to do with indexes. So with digits 2, it only deals with 2-digit indexes. It's functionally identical for what I'm dealing with because that's like 3/4 of my indexes. What happens with Shuffler if you have a full inventory? Well, I already know that it only does the... Like, there's the min upgrade and max upgrade, and it only shuffles up to the max upgrade number of them. So if I had 128 upgrades, and I knitted a shuffler that had like a max of 24, it just shuffles at 24. Also, what happens with a USAC if you have a full inventory? What happens with Shuffler if I have a full inventory, and what happens with USAC if I have a full inventory? I suppose I could test that on a lower tiered user so that I don't have to buy 128 upgrades. I said how Shuffler has a max. Cobalt think. What stats does USAC have? I'm not sure. I don't remember. I only got a couple minutes here. I think that's the name. Science salt digits. So there's digits. But yeah, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for USAC, that's for sure. USAC eats and uses salt. Everyone needs a little bit of salt. What stats does Shuffler have? Name, rarity, up, min, and max, and digits. I think I already did like what happens when it has... Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't have any more time for more experimentation right now, so I'm very tired. But at least I learned some stuff. So the permutations will not likely solve this, but the permutations did help us see some additional patterns. So we found this out, which is neat because it's the first thing that I noticed. It's the first time that I actually noticed something. Venn diagrams. I don't know. This is binary for nom nom or whatever. I mean, yeah, I know there's digits. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My brain is shutting off. T3 is all about how do I make A do B while X does Y? Well, I will take your word for it. We'll have to come back on Saturday. Saturday morning, I'm going to come back and do a little bit more of this. Hopefully I've had some time to sleep and regenerate and keep healing up because I'm still kind of feeling out of it this week. All right. Anyway, but I appreciate the hints and the help and the support. We have learned a couple things. I don't feel like it was total waste. Actually, I was anticipating that I was going to hit a huge wall and just like give up and be like, I'm out of here. How do I decide my stream schedule? So streams are Tuesday at 9 Tuesday and Thursday at 9:30 Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, and Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. And I try to stick to those three every week. And sometimes I'm sick or something comes up, but those are the 3 days I always try to do those 3 days. And if I have time, I'll do like bonus streams in between, but I don't always do hackmud. So Nucleosum, if you're only watching the official hackmud for me to post when I'm streaming, I only post in that channel if my stream is going to be hackmud. Otherwise, I'm streaming, but I'm playing something different. So if you turn notifications on in Twitch, you'll see me when I go live, and it should say what I'm playing. Otherwise, just keep an eye on the hackmud Discord if you're only interested in hackmud content. Okay, I gotta get going. I appreciate the help though, Smork, Nucleosum. Thank you so much for your ideas and brainstorming and hinting and stuff. Jorstar, thanks for coming by as well, and Raven. It was good to see you, Raven. I haven't seen you in a little while. And Jorstar, I hope you were having fun playing Probably Once Human. And Mr. B, who can't hear me, I appreciate you coming by just to say hi. Just finished another monolith. I'm so far behind. I don't think I'm going to make it to endgame. Anyway, I got to go before this ad kicks off. I don't want that. You have a great night too, Raven. Thanks so much. Okay, I hope to see you all on Saturday morning. I will be doing some more hackmud, and we'll see how far we get. Okay. 2 monoliths behind. Yeah, I'm really behind. All right. Anyway, have a great night, everybody, and have a great rest of your week. And I hope to see you again soon. Okay, be good. Night.